welcome back to the Real Starfighter, and today we are continuing our lessons adapting the Dicta Boelcke to the X-Wingminiatures game to improve our gameplay. So we're on rule number 6, and rule number 6 reads, if your opponent dies on you, do not try to evade his onslaught, but fly to meet it. This again is one of the rules that we get to keep as is, but we have to add a little bit more to kind of define why we do this rule. And so now the new X-Wing rule will read, if your opponent dives in on you, do not try to evade his onslaught, but fly to meet it. Put your opponent on the defensive. So I've talked a lot about this game and what the tokens are meant for. You have focus tokens, which are balanced for offense and defense. You have evade tokens, which are for pure defense. And then you have the target locks, which are for pure offense. Now, in this situation, we have a squadron of T-70s going up against a squadron of ARC 170s. And your ideal thought from playing the X-Wingminiatures game, you probably know that going up against ARC 170s is very difficult. They are one of the best jousters in the game. They have a ton of firepower, and going headfirst into them is a really bad idea. So your main idea would be, let's run away, let's get around them. However, in this situation, that's actually probably one of the worst ideas. Reason being is, if we try to do a 4 forward and boost, we would still be in their firing arcs. We would not be able to retaliate. We would not be able to shoot back at them. And they would be getting free shots. And it's really easy for them to get 3 hits because of all their economy, because they're designed for offense. It's really easy for them to get 3 hits. And with 3 attack dice hitting, and you only rolling 2 evade dice, they're guaranteed 1 damage punches through on your ships. So we don't want to have that. So why would we want to go flying into this? Well, here's the reason why. If we fly in to meet them, say we all do one banks and we come in to meet this ship onslaught of ARC 170s, we can see that we have some advantages that can help us in protecting ourselves and throwing the opponent on the defensive. For one thing, usually with lower agility ships, most people will take focus tokens for all their ships because they're probably not in range for a target lock, and focus tokens are pretty safe. Now let's utilize the focus tokens balance against the ships. So because we are going to go in and we want to kind of hide our hand in this initial engagement, we're going to come in with focus tokens for balance as well. Here's the goal. We are at pilot skill 4, initiative 4, and they are at initiative 3. We know that if we can eliminate one of these ships off the board, we will save ourselves from a shot. But we also know that the focus token can be used for defense. So knowing those two things, this is what you need to consider when you shoot here. I've talked about focus fire, so let's go ahead and focus fire on ARC 170 red here. The ARC 170 is a 9 hit point ship with 1 green die, and you have 3 red dice on each of your T-70 X-Wings. Knowing this, you have enough firepower to take down an ARC 170 in a round. Now, all your shots have to hit, and if they roll and evade every single time, they will not go down because they will be able to block. If they block 4 of your 12 dice, that's only 8, and they'll be able to survive that with 1 whole point. However, in order for them to do that, they would either have to roll 4 natural evades or have to spend their precious focus token. Forcing them on the defensive for them to spend this on defense will hinder them from using it on offense. It's a stripping token technique that you can use that's very simple, helps you out, and it helps you put in all your damage in on one ship and kind of prevents from a retaliation on their part. Them trying to shoot back now is weaker than you shooting upon them. It's also really good to turn it on them because if for some reason, say these ARC 170s did not take focuses. Let's say they didn't take focuses and say they took target locks. Well, now you can take advantage of them target locking you. They have no defensive capability, and you can capitalize on that by going full offense into them as well. To me, I think that's the smartest choice, is to capitalize on them getting greedy, getting their offense, showing their teeth. That's when you strike back at them. Because if they show their teeth, they're going to hit you hard once. But if you are cunning enough, you can get a bunch of better jabs in at them, and their teeth aren't that scary anymore. Again, if you were able to get all 12 dice to land on hits against an Arc 170, the Arc 170 is going down and possibly ship the tokens away from other places. So this is a very simple rule in terms of how to initiate it. You just need to turn it on your opponent and force them to use their resources for defense, or punish them by going in on one ship and removing a ship off the board. It's not as scary as you think flying into this this net of red dice that are going to be slung at you. It's not as scary as you think, as long as you plan it out correctly. If you are brave in and you go in there and you go, all right, we need to take out this ship and we need to, remove its token or take it out, then you go in with that offensive mindset. If you have a better offensive plan than they do, then you put them on the defensive. And because you're moving second in this situation, you have a better chance to control that defense. You have a better chance of really denying some shots. So if you did maybe a faster speed maneuver, maybe you can boost in to avoid this arc's firing arc. You can find a way to really, and this is by pushing into range one of the Arc 170s. You are denying this Arc 170 here a shot, therefore minimizing their onslaught of the Arc 170 squadron player. Again, being aggressive is very defensive as well. This is all about trying to out-offense the offense. If you can out-offense the other offense, then you throw them on the defensive. Don't shy away from them trying to push on you. If you push back harder, they now have to defend, they now have to retaliate, and they may not have, because they're not expecting it, they may not be ready for that. So don't shy away from your opponent. Face them, meet them, throw the dice back at them, try to find a way to put them on the defensive. A great way of doing that is eliminating their resources or eliminating a ship off the board. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out, make sure you like it and share it with a friend. This place crawls, and remember to always check your six.